Okay, this one's going to be an interesting one. Okay, will we enlarge this one or keep it? We're keeping it at 100. We add a background colour. What shall it be? Going to cancel it. We're not doing a background colour for this. This will be an interesting one. Not going all the way with a contrast. Going to lighten that up. Going with all the way with the black for a change. Right, what do we got? Let's see what we got. We got here SXL Gymnastics. Oh, when I was a little girl, when I was about 12 years old, probably not young enough, I wanted to do gymnastics. I really was fascinated by the moves that they have, that they make. Oh, this is the better side. I think we're going to use this side. I just thought about it. This side looks too red and too, yeah. I think this is the better side. But basically, yeah, I was always fascinated by the difficulty that you have, being able to do something really challenging and difficult that no one else, that hardly anyone else can do. Because, but my parents never wanted me to do. I think they knew that I was too old. You have to start, it's best to start, I think, gymnastics when you're a kid, really young. So it's really good to start really young. But I was 12 at the time, but unfortunately, yeah, it was one of the things I wanted to do, and that's one of the things my parents got me to do a lot of other after school activities, but gymnastics wasn't one of them. And I wouldn't have done it well enough anyway, because you've got to practice, and I'm just not the kind of person who can just put in the practice, unfortunately. So, but basically, yeah, gymnastics is a fascinating thing, how they do these tricks and moves. It's amazing what you can do, you know, when you get trained to do it, like how to balance and be coordinated. I know I couldn't do gymnastics, come to think of it, because I don't have the coordination. I'm not the kind of person that's suitable for this kind of activity. But it used to appeal to me anyway, even though my parents, obviously my parents' intuition was right, because almost everything I did after school, I never really put effort into it, because I wasn't in it. My mind or my heart wasn't in it, like it is, say, with what I'm doing now, which is copier configuration art. I do copier configuration art really well. It's something that I pretty well taught myself to do, but it's something that I never needed my parents to. My dad thought what I was doing was really stupid. He doesn't like my endeavours with the photocopier for some reason. He thinks it's too eccentric, too odd. Odd is the word he used, not eccentric. But he doesn't like my work, and this is the only thing that I could apply myself to all these years. And I didn't need any classes. All I needed was some money, a bit of change to pay for the photocopying at the library or at the copy centre or wherever else I could find a decent photocopier or a photocopier anyway. So I'm wondering if this is going to be the one we can use. I don't like it too much, but it still looks all right. I'm just trying to think. It's almost gymnastic, trying to make some really nice movements. So I'm wondering if this is going to be it. But basically, yeah, that's one of the things my parents didn't want me to do, because they figured I was too old for it. It was too late to start gymnastics when basically you're 12 years old. You probably have to be about 8 years old, I think, to be able to do it. I'm just wondering how big we're going to make this. We're going to put this within the A5 area. We're just going to take this nice image. We're going to enlarge it. So we're just going to quickly make sure we don't lose our settings by playing with the buttons. We just did something useful anyway. But basically, yeah, my parents were never enthused about me doing gymnastics, but that's all right because I probably would not have applied myself as I usually didn't apply myself to the many things that my dad, even some of the things I wanted to do, like keyboard lessons, I just couldn't dedicate myself to the practice that was needed. I just couldn't do it. It just seems like this is all I've been able to do in my whole fucking life, is to make art with photocopiers. Problem is I haven't got any useful recognition as an artist, so I can take it even higher than what I'm doing. It is really hard dealing with that, and my dad sort of thinks, yeah, I got it. That's a sign that I should stop doing this and maybe concentrate on doing something more normal. But no, I can't do it. Sorry, Daddy Warbrooks. I can't take your advice because my intuition's telling me to go with this, to put it on YouTube, to put it on Facebook and other areas on the internet. There's bound to be someone who would really appreciate this shit and could give me some help advancing it, which is really the hard part, trying to get people to become interested. So maybe my dad is partly right in a way, but basically, yeah, that's what I want to do, is do this at the moment. I've got other dreams in the future, but at the moment I've got to do this. I've got to do what I can do despite being disabled. This is not severely affected by my disability, which I'm grateful for, but basically, yeah, I just... Anyway, this is what we're assembling. We're now turning this into a 4-way mirror image. It's just hard to get these to line up nice and neat on the bed. Anyway, that looks quite good. I quite like the composition of that now. But yeah, I'm so glad. It was probably a good thing that from the point of view I could have injured myself if I had done gymnastics. It's very rough on the joints. I'd probably have arthritis by now if I was doing gymnastics, and I just wanted to be doing something that other people can't do, having that sense of achievement. But I know I would not have been able to apply myself enough. Gymnastics would have been a waste of time and money, and I probably would have twisted an ankle or done some nasty injury. I can't afford to be injured now. I have problems with arthritis or whatever other things that sports injuries or too much sport can do. So this is our mirror images. So yeah, it was one of those things I wanted to do just out of curiosity or out of interest, but it was never something that flourished, and my parents never gave me an opportunity to do gymnastics. And they didn't even have it at school. School was really sexist because girls weren't allowed to do proper, actual, real gymnastics. They could only do simple things, whereas the men could do all the complicated, dangerous stuff because the girls cry. They just made that excuse that they wouldn't let the girls do proper gymnastics, like full-on gymnastics, because they were worried the girls would cry if they hurt themselves. How sexist is that? How fucking sexist this bloody school was when it came to gymnastics. I mean, seriously. Now, this is really bad. These curls are really bad. I can't get these to line up at all. Not in the middle, anyway. It's fucking in the middle where the curling action is. And curling is yet another sport. We're just making a bit of a pun about it. We don't want curling in our fucking demos. And this is new paper as well. I don't understand why. Anyway, apart from the curls and the shit, that looks I think we've made something good out of it. Gotta go.